Momotaro's Bride. Episode 2. Once upon a time, it is a story about a long time ago. There was a girl named Momoko born from peaches. Momoko came to Momotaro's house to play. However, Momotaro is out on the mountain and comes home in the evening. Momoko told the servant cows and chickens, "I want Momotaro to eat something sweet to relieve fatigue." The cow says, "My milk is delicious." The chicken says, "My eggs are also delicious." Momoko says, "Let's make pudding with milk and eggs." Momoko cooks pudding for the first time because she rarely cooks. Momoko mixes the ingredients of the pudding, saying 1 2 1 2. Momoko is doing her best for Momotaro. And Momoko's pudding has been completed. However, the shape of the pudding was a little broken. Momoko said, "The pudding shape has gone bad due to a little failure. But I'd be happy if Momotaro was pleased." When Momotaro returns in the evening, Momoko picks up Momotaro to the entrance. Momoko happily said, "I was able to come to this house alone. I made the pudding earlier for you, so please eat later." Momotaro walked happily after hearing Momoko's story. Suddenly, a large number of village daughters came to Momotaro's house. The daughters in the village began a quarrel saying, "I will be Momotaro's bride." "No, I'm more worthy of Momotaro's bride than you." Momotaro's house became loud and noisy. Momotaro's grandfather and grandmother look at it from behind. Momoko's pudding is on the table. The village's daughters say, "It's a pudding that looks bad. Momotaro can't eat this failed pudding." The village's daughters have been cooking to become Momotaro's bride. And the village's daughters begin to line up the sumptuous dishes they brought on the table without permission. And the girls in the village have a quarrel saying, "The dishes I cook are gorgeous and unusual." Momotaro came out from the back as the village girls were making noise. Momotaro says, "What's going on with your loud noise?" The village daughters say, "I will be Momotaro's bride." "No, I will be the bride instead of you." The village's daughters all want to be Momotaro's bride. The voices of the village daughters are heard by Momoko hiding in the kitchen. Momoko is sad because the daughter of the village says the pudding of her failed pudding. And tears spill. Momoko became sad because she did not want her village daughter to become Momotaro's bride. And more tears spill. Momoko said, "I wish I was an adult, not a child. I could be a Momotaro bride if I'm an adult," she says in a small voice. and more tears spill. After a while, Momotaro said with a sad face, "My grandfather and grandmother had a kind feeling. So, I was able to be born from Peach. That's why I like gentle people who can care for others. And now, the pudding you've been saying badly was made by Momoko there." Momotaro tells Momoko in the kitchen to came to this place. Momotaro asks Momoko why he made the pudding. Momoko says, "I wanted Momotaro to eat something sweet to relieve fatigue." Momotaro says, "Thank you. I'm glad I have a kind feeling for others." She continued with a smile, "I chose the pudding because, on my way to this place, the cow and the chicken became my servants. I got them fresh milk and eggs." Momotaro saw Momoko's smile and smiled. He says, "It's amazing that Momoko had two good servants." After thinking for a while, Momotaro shyly said, "I will make Momoko a bride." Both Momoko and the daughters of the village are surprised at the sudden thing. The village daughters complain that Momoko is still a child. Momotaro says out loud, "Momoko is still a child, so the wedding is a future story. In the future, Momoko will be the bride of Momotaro." Momoko is happy and starts crying while laughing. Momotaro laughs when she sees Momoko crying while laughing. The village daughters see Momotaro and Momoko's happy faces. Then, the noisy village girls give up and return from Momotaro's house. Momotaro's grandfather and grandmother say, "Noisy village daughters have left home." And the grandfather and grandmother who saw from the back come out happily. Momotaro's grandfather and grandmother laugh, saying, "I'm very happy. The wedding should be early." Momotaro began to eat Momoko's pudding while saying, "If Momoko grows up early, our wedding will be early. Momoko can make pudding and I think cooking is fine." When Momotaro finishes eating pudding with a delicious face, he smiles full. Momotaro laughed, saying, "Eating Momoko's pudding relieved my fatigue. However, Momotaro's bride, this pudding is not sweet, but rather salty." Then my grandfather and grandmother laughed together. Momoko is happy, makes her face bright red, and laughs and cry. The story continues. Episode 3.